Yeah, so today I'm going to be talking about, sorry, I've got my notes here. Dry mouth, eyes, and difficulty swallowing is another symptom that I've experienced quite often. And just excuse me, I'm still not used to recording myself. So if I'm looking all over the show, it's probably just nerves. I don't know if you recall in the first video I did, you would have seen me like struggling to swallow, like I have a dry mouth. That's actually quite a common symptom. Looking through some Facebook posts, I did notice some people commented that they had been later on diagnosed with having something called Sjogren's syndrome. I had to got it written down here. And the symptoms for that are, well, possible causes for dry mouth is diabetes, stroke, a yeast infection in your mouth, Alzheimer's, and autoimmune diseases like Sjogren's syndrome. Now, some symptoms of Sjogren's syndrome include dry eyes and mouth, joint and muscular pain, fatigue, swollen glands, skin rashes, numbness, sweating, and numbness and weakness in extremities. So I have basically most of those. I haven't noticed if I've got swollen glands, but I have all those other ones. I haven't been tested. You can, there is a test that they can do to test if you have Sjogren's syndrome. They do blood and urine tests that look for the presence of antibodies that are common with the syndrome, and the results of a anti-nuclear antibody test will also show if you have an autoimmune disorder. I haven't looked into that because it's just a really common symptom of breast implant illness. I don't need to have something else added to my growing list of things. And I have so many of the other symptoms, so I really don't see the point of having another test to get that confirmation. You can see, you can see that I'm struggling with talking and swallowing and having a really dry mouth. It doesn't actually matter how much fluids I drink. I don't drink alcohol, I don't drink coffee. I drink a lot of water, we juice, we have detox smoothies. So health and diet wise, I can't explain why I have dry mouth. Another thing with my eyes is when I went to the optometrist for a checkup, she noted that I had really extremely dry eyes, and she recommended I start using eye drops. And she had asked me if it had bothered me, and I just said no, I just didn't think about it. I just carry on with life. I guess when you're busy, you don't always pay attention to these small little things. My eyes always look bloodshot, like I've had a good party the night before. I've never really worried about it. As long as my eyes do their job and see where I'm going, then it doesn't really stress me. The dry mouth and the difficulty swallowing does get rather annoying. Just because your mouth's dry and you feel like you're constantly like, doesn't matter what you do, you can't get saliva going. But yeah, that's a very common symptom with breast implant illness. Yeah, so I've kind of spoken about what could be other possible causes. If you don't have implants, obviously, then I don't know why you'd be interested. Or if you know someone who's got all these symptoms and they do have implants, or they've been diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder such as Sjogren's syndrome, maybe possibly share this with them. It could help. Okay, well, that's it for today. Hopefully I've covered everything. Thanks.